Alright, Sergeant Chemistry class. Today you're talking about units of measurement. So, the first thing you need to know is the difference between a base unit and a derived unit. This information here I copied out of the book basically from page 18, so if you either want to pause it here and jot this down, or look in the book on page 18, that's where you can get this exact same information you're seeing here. So a base unit is something that you can measure directly. For example, mass. You put something on a scale, and you're going to see how much mass it has. Time, you're going to measure in seconds, just with a clock. The difference between a base unit and a derived unit: base unit, you just measure. A derived unit is you're going to need to do some actual calculations, some work. So, for example, with area is the unit is square meter. So, for example, if we were finding the area of a rectangle, we'd do width times length, and we'd end up with some math required and the units of meters squared. So if you want to take a second, write down these in some notes, that'd be a good idea. Moving along, we also have metric prefixes. Okay, so these are prefixes, something you put in front of the base units or the derived units to make them bigger or smaller. Okay, so the first two, mega and kilo, are going to be bigger. So a mega, like a megameter, would be 1 million meters. A kilometer would be 1 million, or 1,000 rather, meters. No prefix is obviously like just the base unit itself. So 1 meter is 1 meter. The bottom ones, deci, centi, milli, micro, nano, and pico, are all smaller than a whole. So a deci is a tenth, centi is 1/100th, milli is 1,000th, micro 1/1,000,000th, nano 1/1,000,000,000th, and pico, I'm not exactly sure what that is. It's smaller, so 1/1,000,000,000th. Yeah, I know that number. Moving along, the easiest way I can tell you how to do this is an extension of the King Henry died Monday drinking chocolate milk thing that you may have learned in physical science. So what you're going to do is you want to first find your starting point, the prefix you're converting from. Next, find the end goal, the prefix you're converting to. Third, now you know where your starting and ending points are. Count the number of spaces between them in this little sentence, or whatever you want to call this up here above. So then you're going to move the decimal point the same way that you moved in the sentence, and as many spaces as there were between your prefixes. So the rest of this is going to be an example, a couple of examples, so let's move into those. So first one, what if we wanted to convert 1.23 decimeters to nanometers? Okay, first step, find deci. Okay, deci right here. Cool, found it. Find nano. Okay, found nano. It's right over here. Count the number of spaces. So from deci to nano, we're going to move 1 space, 2 spaces, 3 spaces, 4 spaces, 5 spaces, 6 spaces, 7 spaces, 8 spaces to nano. Okay, you see how I did that? Just counted from here to here, the number of spaces. These little blank spaces do count. And then move the decimal that way. So I went 8 spaces in this direction towards the right, so I moved the decimal down that way. So instead of 1.23, now I moved it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spaces. So my answer would be 123 million nanometers. Our next example, suppose we wanted to convert 0.009 meters to millimeters. Okay, so meters has no prefix, so we'd start here, the no prefix point. Find milli. Okay, so we're going to go over here. Count the number of spaces. So how many spaces? Okay, 1, 2, 3. I count 3. Hopefully you did as well. And move the decimal that way. So your answer would be, okay, 3 spaces. We moved decimal that way, and guess what? Our answer is 9. Moving along. Okay, now let's go the other way. So if we are moving backwards in the sentence, we started with 987,000 kilometers, and we wanted to go to megameters. So find kilo, find mega. Okay, now we're going backwards in the sentence. So count the spaces. 1, 2, 3. Move the decimal. We'd move the decimal 3 spaces that way. So starting here, 1, 2, 3. So our answer should be 987. Good. Hopefully this is kind of making sense. A couple more examples. I'm going to suggest you pause it here, take a second and work these yourselves, and then in about 5-6 seconds I will switch over to the answers and you can take a look at, see how you did. If you're not getting this, talk to me in class. Saving a little bit of time by recording these, but I'm still available in class and very helpful sometimes. So if you need help, come talk to me. If you don't understand this at all, you want me to explain it a different way, that's fine. That's what I'm here for. So that's it for today. Thank you for listening and enjoy chemistry. Oh yeah, you should probably get the answers. So there's the answers. You want to take a look at those and see what you did correctly or not. There is a set of practice problems on this. It's the 1-4 practice problems. It's available in the Chemistry Chapter 1 folder, so if you want to start working on that now, that'd be a great idea. And now I will say goodbye.